Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess. Why did I pause
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, okay.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Easy said, easy done.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I hope so.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Got it. I am the most dedicated guy you'll ever see in your life. There is absolutely no chance I could mess this up. Will you marry me?
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task
Right,
at
focus,
hand.
yes. Snap out of it.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
That was the plan, yes. Nuh-uh. Yeah. I decided. I'm gonna talk. Yeah. No way, you're crazy, dog. Get out of here.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
What knife? This is just my toothpick.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
Why would I do that? No, that's stupid. We're here to kill her, not have a silly little convo.
Don't you
No.
dare.
Yeah, get out of
It's
here.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Listen here, pal. The only becoming anyone is becoming is her, and she's gonna be becoming dead. I'm gonna tighten my grip on this blade.
And tighten your grip on the blade.
Yeah, look at her. She's scared.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
No?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Sorry, I'm getting used to the whole setup. I've never used a webcam before in the videos that I never made. So, I have to get used to all this, looking over at the camera, having a light, so.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yeah, but you're chained up. What are you gonna do?
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Best not to risk these nuts on your chin. I'm gonna stab you now.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she's bluffing? Are you sure she's not armed? Can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. I don't know what to say. Can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Exactly. Thanks for seeing my side.
threatened, are we? You
No,
poor
I never
thing.
said that.
Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I'm not dropping the blade. Slay the princess. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Oh. I guess we're at an impasse.
Yes, we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Slay the princess!
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
I just really took a right hook to the chin. Dang.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
fracture from one punch? That's bullshit.
Holy shit, that hurts!
Yeah, how?
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Equal my ass, I have a knife. What does she have? Incredibly strong fists? Yeah, I thought so.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Yeah. Give up, finish the job, or lock her in the basement. Now, I'm not one to give up, so I'm obviously gonna finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here
Is she
either.
gonna beat me to death?
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Is it?
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
How are you that strong?
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a
I
heavy
win.
blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Very nice.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Yeah, pretty much.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This sounds awfully familiar. Hasn't this already happened?
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Are you good, bro?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters
Oh, the
is
stubborn.
marching up to that cabin and winning.
That's the spirit. That's a man of my own heart right there.
That's the spirit.
Exactly.
There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Another man of my own heart. I am driven to violence. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her.
That is true.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win.
Amen,
Nothing
brother.
else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
I'm just gonna go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Cabin time. I'm gonna get some chapstick real quick. Wait, is it gonna be dialogue?
The cabin is
Okay,
tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
What about the mirror?
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving.
Mirror.
The blade is your implement.
Mirror.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the
That's
mirror.
because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I think you're lying.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Me, I care if there's a mirror. I care. I'm gonna look at myself. I'm gonna see how handsome I am. That was really exaggerated. I didn't mean to do that.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
Everything.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe it.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Makes perfect sense.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Amen. Take the blade or enter the basement. Wait, this whole cabin's
Very
different.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
I'm just gonna enter
A
the
knife
basement.
this time.
Yeah.
Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
Exactly my thoughts.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Oh, trust me, I don't need a blade. I'm actually insulted that you would even consider the fact that I would need a blade to beat this princess to death.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Again, I really fail to see the logic in her being trapped in a crummy basement and us doing her a favor by murdering her. Is that just me? Am I the only one with morals? Maybe.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Fierce voice.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Here I am.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
No, I don't see why we can't do both.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
So I'm not insane. That's great news.
But no little knife this time, huh?
I don't need a knife. I have these babies right here. I've never actually thrown a punch. I don't think I do very well.
No, I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Oh, of course. Hope you wrote all that, Mr. Narrator. You look different, so you do remember me. Here to chat? No, of course not. I'm here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack. I'm decided. Oh my god, it's the wall of text. I'm not doing this one. I am definitely gonna fight her, and I'm not getting the blade because I'm not a coward. Yeah, you do look different.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
That's either a good thing or a really bad thing.
Alright, fine.
Really good?
I believe you. What? What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously.
Seriously, it's my middle name.
You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't even know the depths. The depths. Why is that hard for me to pronounce? Of my apathy.
You're joking, right?
Of course
I'm
not.
just going to pretend that you're joking.
Never joked in my life, never lied in my life, never done anything bad in my entire life, and I am a liar.
Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life.
Mine as
So,
well.
why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Are you just going to let her talk to us like that?
We're not scared.
Yes, I've never been more aroused.
I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile
Goated.
ego.
I am the goat, so that does make sense.
I agree. If we're gonna fight her,
Am I in
we need
frame?
a weapon.
I've got 2 weapons right here. Okay, too many words. Attack her.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes. Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
That's what you like to see.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her.
The mic's too close to my face, ain't it? There we go.
No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
I don't know how many times I have to repeat myself. I got 2 weapons right here.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in
God.
kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah. You're right.
It's all coming together, man.
But without that knife, You'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space.
Oh.
Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
It seems I may have made a mistake. Maybe I should have parried. Did you even parry, bro? Were you holding down left click the whole time and you didn't even parry? You didn't dodge? You didn't roll? Pathetic.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well,
Are you serious? That's it?
hopefully not.
That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Oh, get up or die. Well, yeah, of course I'm gonna get up.
No, that's not right. You're
Not dead anymore.
Yes.
What did I say?
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive. The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
That right there? 'Tis just a flesh wound. Wait, no. My face? You're joking, right? You're exaggerating. I still have my face? Can I get my blade? Coward's way out. No, you killed me. I just got better. You're not putting me down that easy.
Maybe this will be a good fight after all.
The two of you clash once more.
Love to see it.
It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
Well, I'm sorry. I was just dead.
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow. Everything goes dark again, and you die again.
You know what I'm going to say.
Though we're not dead.
Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
I really hope not.
There's only one way to find out.
Get up or die. Do I look like the kind of guy to give up?
Once more, you push yourself back
Probably.
to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything? Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
I am what I am, baby girl.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice. Have we ever seen her afraid before?
This is the second time we've ever seen her, so I'd say no.
No, we haven't.
This is how we win. We can do this forever.
Is that an Uncut Gems reference? I've never seen that movie.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible.
That, right there.
A fist flies towards where
Oh.
your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing.
Oh.
Everything goes dark and we die.
I'm with that guy.
Yes, something like that.
Real.
Well, don't you have something to say? Yeah, I quit.
Oh, that's disappointing. Chapter 3, The Fury.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
All right, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time.
Nah, hear me out. We fist fight her again. Also, wait, why is everything around here made out of brain matter? And scorpion tails?
Now, why would we ever do that?
The contrarian.
Because she absolutely destroyed us?
Oh, we almost had her, just... I lagged, you know? I accidentally dropped from 10 ping to 12, so...
She sure did.
Not my fault.
What a great way to go.
That was a great way to go. I would definitely do that again.
Does it matter? We lost. Oh, why so glum, Rage Boy? I thought you were brave. Thought you were proud. Was all that bravado just hot air? Look, it was just... The fight was better the first time. And the first time, we had a weapon. This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different
Hey, his
path
music
from the
kind of
last
bangs,
one.
though.
That's a good point. Everything here is a little off.
A little?
Yes, precisely. Give me 2 seconds to finish my thought. I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
I guessed as much, yes.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Alright.
Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions top.
It was the figure of
At least
speech!
now. I'm sure I can come up with more if you give me enough time.
Of course, the contrarian's the one correcting
I don't
me.
think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin. Why did I look at the webcam for that? Sorry. Really like the footstep sounds.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. Enter. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten.
Is that a
There
foot?
was once an elegance to its construction.
Nice
Carved
toes, bro.
marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Delightful.
That's horrible.
Ah, it's great.
Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it?
I think that's because it is alive.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal,
We'll see.
pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm not picking up that knife. That, not off a pulsating pedestal.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Wait, what's up with the big mirror?
You'll need it if we want to do things right. I say we leave it to rust.
Okay, now I don't. Now I do want to take the knife just because this guy said we should.
Let's not make the same mistake
Not,
twice.
'cause he said we
Could've won
shouldn't.
if we had it last time. Take it.
Mirror, mirror, mirror. I'm just gonna walk up to it.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it.
There's no door.
But you must, because it's right there in front of you. All we see is a damn
mirror.
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now? Does it matter if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more.
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
That's the spirit.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it.
Oh, nonsense. I'll give it a go.
The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Wipe the mirror or smash it. I'm breaking that mirror.
Crashing
Oh,
down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
alright.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow
Are those
and
nutsacks?
grandiose. The high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
That is the one time I will agree with you on that. I would rather die than have to live here.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me properly? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me. That wasn't a fight. It was something worse. I'm something worse now. Why don't you come down and see what you've made of me?
Do you hear that?
Okay.
Sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
And
The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
you have lovely ribs.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Sir, what's up with all the charred Kermit the Frogs on the sides?
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
I have a couple guesses.
There's not so
Oh.
much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. Then, with a nauseating
Ugh.
sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
You have lovely forearm muscles.
She is loose, and she is coming for you. She wants us to be afraid. She wants us to think she can make us suffer. Give her the satisfaction. That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon.
I'm not gonna repeat myself. I have two.
It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
What happened to you? We don't have to do this. I'm sorry. Please just listen to me. Fight back, let her in you. I'm gonna try to reason with her.
No! No more words! There is only the truth of violence left between us.
Alright, square up then, as she already is.
She
Oh.
bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
That's certainly your heart right there.
With a horrifying
Oh.
squelch, you are unwound.
She didn't even do anything. I just popped. Is that my tongue?
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Oh, I'm not even dead? Oh, that's great.
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
What was that? True to her word, you do not die by her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Don't know where she went, and I don't know how to go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
Yeah, let's smash
Then
it.
what the hell are we supposed to do?
Go away. Narrator is
Yes.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
Yep, we're all dead.
Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I don't know, man. Stop asking me.
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Think I'm supposed to look at the
Something
mirror.
dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
And for that reason, I'm going to do it.
Don't do that.
I'm absolutely going to do that now.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
This background noise is super loud.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
I'm gonna do it. The mirror never scared
It's
you
different
before.
now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, don't I look dashing? It's you. So wait, what's wrong with my hand? Why do I... Am I Mothman? But I'm a bird. I'm Birdman? You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed. You're at the cabin. That ain't no cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I'm definitely not a person. I don't think I'm allowed to say that. What do you think I
I
am?
think that you are like me.
I'm not
We
made of
are
hands.
Oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself.
She
But
unwound
there is
me.
passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Is this the end of the
How
world?
can the world have ended if we are talking?
Get her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what's in
just now stirred to consciousness.
Okay.
I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
You know about the worlds beyond this place.
I know only that they are.
Okay. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles.
I speak
Does
in
it
English.
matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I think you'll find I was speaking in perfect English, actually. We know each other.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. Oh, we have more text. How many more pieces of you do I need to
More
find?
than you have found, but less than there are to find. I
What?
am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I'll just
She
cut to the
asks
chase.
that I tell you to remember her.
I'll remember her for the rest of my days.
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Isn't that great? I'm back at chapter 1. Okay, so I have just realized that I've been recording for almost an hour, and I don't want this to be super long, so I'm gonna cut this off here. If you made it this far into the video, which I'm pretty sure statistically no one has, I don't think that's possible for my first video. But if you did, let me know what you think. Should I do a part 2? Actually, I don't care. I'm doing a part 2 anyway. See ya.